The figures that I'm reviewing today are from Engineerio. He has an eBay shop. Make sure you check him out. He has a huge catalog of tons of custom LEGO minifigures. And these are custom printed on actual LEGO pieces. And it makes all the difference as far as the quality. I'll put a link in the description below so where you can check out his website. But let's open up Blade. When I think of Blade, I think of Wesley Snipes. Specifically in Blade and Blade 2, both fantastic movies that I used to love to watch. Looking in this figure, I really do like the weapon choices that they have for this. Let me show you something really cool. I'm going to take this one off. It's like a dagger. But look at this cool side holster for this spear. What a great little intricate detail that makes this character. And you know he uses this to spike vampires right in the heart. But a really great detail, and I don't know where this is from, but I like it. The other cool part about this is, look at the head. I really just like the headpiece. Specifically, let's take a look at the back. Great tribal printing on the back. I really do like that. Great overall printing here. You can even see he's got some tubes there, probably full of silver or something like that. You can see his utility belt right there, and again, he has stakes attached to his leg right here. I actually probably prefer it without the mohawk. Either way, they both look good. Dun 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 dun! Hellboy! I cannot believe the amount of detail that went into this custom minifigure. You can totally tell this is a labor of love. This thing is amazing. Looking specifically, I have to take some pieces off to really showcase all the different custom prints and art. But I'm going to start with the torso. So much intricate detail right there in the front. He has a holster, looks like he has a knife, he has some type of Lucky Charms right there. I could see a hoof. Look at his feet though. His feet are custom printed to resemble Hellboy's. And one thing that's really cool is if you separate this, it's included with his tail. It's painted on the front so it blends seamlessly through this character. My biggest gripe with these coats typically are that when you have the arms don't match the same color as the coat. Look how close that is. You cannot tell the difference, barely tell, just because it's different texture, not because it's different color. And you could also see the little design right here. That's the little symbol is right there on the top of his arm, and great printing on the side right there. He includes the revolver. I know he has a bigger gun, I think, in the comics or the movie, but it fits well. Looking at that side, some more custom print right there. Now let's focus in on his head. If you look at the printing on his head, it looks just like Hellboy. Now the only thing maybe I would have liked to have seen is using maybe like Loki's hat piece and reversing it and shaving off the horns. I don't know how that would look. I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more of an extension for the top of the head just to elongate the horns, but this figure works very well. I mean, his horns are always grounded down to his skull anyway, so this definitely works for this character. Looking at the side too, you could see the side print right there, side print right there. Overall, I mean, just absolutely nailed it. And this is an arm piece or a hand piece glove that's custom painted. I'm going to put that on his hand, and I have to say I'm really impressed with how this figure turned out. Luke Cage. This is not the Luke Cage that you might have seen on Netflix. This is the original Luke Cage and what he looked like in the comics. A very great printed minifigure. I do like the fact that they included that headpiece right there, which he had in the comics. It's like a shiny metal piece that goes over his forehead. Same thing with the wrists. He had two on his wrists. Overall printing on the front's done very well. I do like the fact that the printing is a little bit higher up on the legs, so you don't really get to see any yellow that goes through there. I like that it's printed on the sides. Absolutely nails it. Oh, I didn't even notice this little detail. The chain hangs a little bit lower. That's awesome. Overall, pretty decently printed character. I don't know too much about him, so I'm not going to speak as far as the character goes. Last but not least, Juggernaut. This is such a cool take on Juggernaut. It's using LEGO elements to create something unique, and it fits perfectly. This dome top that's custom printed on the front is exactly what Juggernaut's head looks like. I love the fact that they just included that in there. It looks great. Now, I did review, this is a long time ago, but I reviewed a big fig version of Juggernaut, and that might be a little bit more fitting. But using him within a minifig, this nails his overall look. There's even some small shadow detail on the top of the leg piece that I really do like that. Same thing, it transitions all the way to the side, and looking at it, you might think that these are red legs with brown printed, but it's actually reverse. And I do like seeing that because it's actually, red's kind of one of those hard colors to print very vibrantly, specifically on lighter or darker colors, but there's enough paint there that actually it shows up very nicely, and it actually looks like the dominant color. Looks very great. I love the side printing right here. Same thing, he's got the same treatment on this side, and some great detail on the back printing. Overall, really good take on Juggernaut. Time for a few shoutouts. Campfire Cinema, Red Mega, and Gabe the Dog. Here's a huge thumbs up to you. Thank you so much for watching Toy Gander. And now, guys, it's that time of the video. There's one figure somewhere on the screen that's just not quite right. The first 3 subscribers that find out which character's wrong and puts it in the comments below, I will give you a shout out in the next Saturday video. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you like these figures, be sure to check them out on Engineerio's eBay site. And until next time, you can help us take a gander.